What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is predictions time for the game on Sunday. England taking on France, which is going to be an absolute humdinger of a game. So much to play for both these teams. One is trying to continue the great form that they started against the Irish last weekend, and the other is trying to redeem themselves from a really good starting performance but a shocking ending, which led to an incredible comeback from Wales. And France are going to want to really approach this game with a different mindset, a different attitude, to prove to their critics and to their fans that they are capable of winning, that they are capable of being a competitive force within this competition, and who knows, maybe being a dark horse to secretly win this competition. Anything can happen. But if we look at England, they're going to go at this game with a lot of confidence, a lot of motivation, because of beating Ireland last weekend. That was an epic game with an outstanding performance from the English. Totally dominated that game, were strong in all aspects, were clever within the leadership of the game. Credit to Owen Farrell, he led from the front and he took that game to the next level. I mean, Vunipola was absolutely outstanding. Match-winning performance, man of the match for an absolute reason. And I mean, May had a great game. A lot of that English squad had a fantastic game. And I think they're going to need to continue this going forward, because one thing's for sure, French rugby is a tough team to play. They are great in aspects of the game, and if they really are showing up on the game, they can really make a mess and cause chaos. The last time these two teams faced, England lost, the French won. And they are going to want to use that as their motivation to know that they have beaten England before and they can maybe do it again. They just need to come in with a different mindset, because last week's game, they started off strong by, 14 or so points ahead at second half to 0 in the first half, and I thought that was outstanding. This is a totally different French team, and I thought we're going to see some sparks flying and it's going to shock the world. But then they seem to lose it a bit, making mistakes, making silly errors, not capitalizing on opportunities, allowing that intercept try go through to lose that, to lose the game when George North got that ball. So much to work on. They need to be more disciplined. Attacking needs to be on point, and defending needs to be on point if they are wanting to get any chance of beating this English side. They have the capability, they have outstanding talent within that squad, and if they go at it one step at a time and play consistently and smartly and just take opportunities, I think they could definitely surprise us and shock the world. I mean, Bastarad is back. I mean, he's a fantastic centre and an unbelievable force to watch. He was dropped last weekend, he was on the bench, but I think bringing him on to start this weekend was a smart move, and it's going to be important for him to really take on this opportunity and move forward and take the French team to the next level. England, on the other hand, are going to want to really prove a point, because they are now talking to be the favourites again. Everyone's talking about England, of that surprise victory, but also people are saying it's one win. They're going to probably lose against the French again, or they're just not going to win it. We have to wait and see, because this is, to me, what I saw last Saturday was a totally different English squad, and I think they are here to really be competitive and to play proper rugby. And I'll be very curious to see how they take this game on. They're going to want to silence the critics, because I think the media has been saying, is this a once-off win? Can they do it again? Do they have the capability? And all that jazz. And they're going to want to prove those critics wrong. They're going to want to show them that they are capable of winning another game, that they are capable of taking this tournament, and they are capable of being once again favourites for the Rugby World Cup. Now let's not forget, that is just around the corner. So both these teams are going to be wanting to really analyse the players that they have, the opportunities that they've taken, work out different strategies in order to build a squad for the World Cup. Now I think Eddie Jones definitely has a squad in mind. I'm not sure about the French coach, but they will be definitely thinking about what they could do and what they can do differently to surprise teams like Ireland showed it's like England showed against Ireland last weekend. So that's going to be important. Eddie Jones is a smart coach. He's achieved a lot in his career, and he's definitely got the brains to bring a team back down from the dumps. And we've seen that. England last year ended 5th in the Six Nations. They are now contenders again and playing great rugby. If they can continue that, then they definitely stand a chance of winning this tournament. But if they flop again and make errors, then unfortunately no chance in hell that they're going to take it. But I really feel that this team has the capability and strength to really go the extra mile and to take it on. They've just beaten the second best team in the world. They have the opportunity of becoming the new second best team in the world. So it's going to be an important game for England, and a lot is on the line for them. So I think they're going to really attack this game hard and play it with absolute strength and determination and try and go out. But one thing's for sure, you can never count out this French team. I'm sure the bookies are all going for England on this one, but we all went for Ireland last weekend and we were all proven wrong. So I don't think we should count out the French just yet, because I think they're going to be hurting from that victory last weekend. They knew they had the game in the first half. They totally dominated, but then they lost it in the second half. So they're going to want to bring that first half of performance into this game and try and make it last longer. Last year I said a few times that the French seemed to fade out in the second half, so it's important for them to really play an 80-minute game. It was one of my pointers in my previous video. The French have taught us once again that an 80-minute game is so important in rugby, and if they are wanting any opportunity or any chance of beating any of these teams, they need to really play 80 minutes. It was a big loss for them last weekend. They're going to need to really go back to I'm sure they have gone back to the drawing board and work on what they need to do in order to beat England this weekend. It's going to be one heck of a contest. It's going to be a tough game, but I think they have the capability of doing it, but it's not going to be easy. If we look at some notes and pointers out that I've found and taken off, that we could look at, the last 8 of the last 9 meetings between England and France have been decided by 10 or fewer points in this championship, with England's 55-35 victory in 2015 the exception. So it's very close, it's very intense, so I'm expecting a close game as well. England won 98% of their 86 rucks against Ireland, while France 98.1% were the only other nation to win above 98% in their rucks during the opening weekend of the Six Nations. So there's some pointers here, there's some strength movements here for the French to look at. Both England and France won all 5 of their own scrums in their opening games, and they both went on to win 2 penalties on that. So there's pointers here. We can't write off the French just yet, because if they can do this again, they could shock the English and put them under pressure. Mark Wilson was successful with 27 tackles against Ireland, including 7 dominant tackles, only trailing Marco Villipola in both categories. He also had 14 assisted tackles. So Mark Wilson is a player to watch this weekend. And then Lauret made 27 ruck cleanouts in round 1, 4 more than any other player in the championship. He also had 2 breakdown steals, as no other player had more than 1. So overall, there's a lot of positives to look at for the French. So they need to take that into this game and give the English a good run for their money. But you can never write the English off. They have a fantastic squad all round, and they have the capability of really causing some damage. So that brings me to my prediction. This game, I reckon, is going to be absolutely intense. The start is going to be unbelievable. It's going to be tight, close rugby, and I really don't see it being a big point scoring game. I hope it is. I love watching tries, but playing at Twickenham is tough. You've got the crowd, you've got the swing low, swing chariot, we've got the big anthems that are really electric in that stadium. It is, I mean, from a TV I'm watching, but you can feel the passion within that stadium. So it's going to be important for the French to really keep their cool and hold on and really play proper rugby. But for me this weekend, as much as I want to see a competitive performance and a comeback from the French, I just don't see them taking on this English squad. There's a lot of talent within the squad, and I think England have so much more to prove going forward, as people are still slating them. They're still saying, they're once off, we can't include them in this. They're going to want to silence those critics and show the world what they're capable of, and I really think that they are going to win this weekend. Not by much, maybe 7 points or more. Could be a final minute score in the last 10 minutes. I think that's going to be the key of this game, is this final 10 minutes. If the English can hold out and capitalise in those time, I think they will win. But yeah, I'm going to say 7 points victory for England. Again, I think it's going to be a tight contest, but I think they just are the better team. But if the French prove me wrong, well done to them. But anything is possible. Just remember, play 80 minutes of rugby if you want any chance of beating the English. But other than that, it's going to be an epic encounter. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification icon so you are up to date. Also, you always get notified when my new videos are coming up. There will be recaps sometime this weekend and all that stuff, so make sure you subscribe, join the family, because there's so much more content to come. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe, enjoy the rugby, and have a lekker weekend. Cheers.